the story I'm telling, the words that I use. I follow what feels good, that raises my vibe. Trusting my soul as my number one guide. I embrace and embody all that I am. Human and messy and part of God's plan. And I ask the magic question. How does it get any better than this? 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 I am creating the world that I see. Everything is a reflection.
For some reason, my microphone did not charge last night. So is this okay? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Can hear you.
All right, great. Good morning.
Good morning.
We get to see another Thursday. Oh, I don't know about you. I opened my calendar this morning to look at things. And I was like, I'm in March. I'm like looking for the day in March.
Oh,
It's April. How did this happen? Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to yoga on this beautiful Thursday morning. I am just so honored and pleased to see you guys, all your beautiful faces. It's like our crew, our morning crew.
Our
And
yoga posse.
the yoga posse, absolutely right. Yeah, for sure. So cool. So this morning we're gonna focus on one of my very favorite things, and it's so favorite, in fact, that I kept waking up all night, so excited to share this. And I don't know where it's gonna lead. I didn't really set forth a sequence because I just sort of wanted to let it flow this morning. But we're gonna focus on what I call the magic question. And for me, the magic question is, are you ready? Have I hyped this up enough for you? How does it get any better than this? And so that's why I was playing that song at full blast, which I did not realize as well. It must have been a shock. And the reason I love this question, and I use it as sort of one of my anchors for my life, is I think of it as a coin with two sides. And on the one side, we say, you know, how can this get any better than this? Like this massive gratitude idea, right? Like, oh my goodness, I feel so blessed and so full and so just open and just gratitude. You know, how does it get any better than this? I can't imagine. Then we flip it over on the other side and we go, how does it get better than this? And not in a complaining way, but in an intentional way, and in an abundance way. Like, how could it get better than this? Because there's always room, right? There's always more space. There's always more abundance in this ever pushing out universe. And so for me, that is like the most powerful combination, gratitude and intention. And we put those together with that magic question and approach our life or work or problems with how does it get better than this? Because it's already amazing. And yet there's always room for more. That is the magic question. And it's abundance. And for me, it's been transformative. So we're going to bring that into our yoga practice today. Are you so excited?
Yeah.
And as we move into our shapes, I'll keep bringing back this idea of how does it get better than this? Like, we're in this beautiful shape and we feel it. Do I have to pull back from it a little bit for it to feel better? Can I lean into this shape a little bit more for it to be better? Or is it exactly right where it is right now? And it's just a matter of being present and mindful with that magic question. And if I don't cover Rusty, he's going to whine at us the whole time. So get into a comfortable position for just a moment. Close your eyes. It gets better by covering Rusty. There we go. He's got to have his morning nap. And why don't we start a little differently with legs out straight in front of us this morning? That'll feel nice. And go ahead and give yourself some support behind you, just sort of hands behind you. Closing the eyes and rolling the shoulder blades together towards the spine. Noticing your heart open. And just landing on your mat, feeling your legs long and strong in front of you. And with your heart space open, just pulling in the breath through the nostrils, noticing what happens as the ribs expand and you can open up a little bit more, exhaling whenever you need to. And just finding that breath, that inhale and exhale that feels natural and yet intentional. And maybe bringing to mind that magic question, how does it get better than this? Letting gratitude well up in your heart and in your ribs and shine through. Maybe letting the spine curl a little bit as you open up more. And then exhale. And yet, can I make this a little bit more expansive? Can it get even better? Can I, with my next inhale, open some more? Find my sits bones, press down to rise up. Lengthen my spine in this new direction. Gratitude, intention, magic. One more time, big breath in. And then as you exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine, walking the hands towards your back and hips to sit up nice and tall and straight. Welcome to keep the eyes closed or open or closed for just another moment. Coming into this shape of this really beautiful 90-degree angle. Taking another moment to breathe and feel the strength in your back. How does it get any better than this? Well, maybe we notice the sits bones and lift through the top of the head. Feel that strength building in the quads as we hold ourselves up. Hip flexors working hard. Inhale to lengthen. Pressing the palms down into the mat, noticing the shoulders roll down. Breathing. One more time, big inhale. Press down to lift up. Biggest expression that's comfortable for you today of this shape. And then gently opening your eyes. And we can get moving a little bit. All right, so keeping those legs out in front of us, noticing that the quads are turned on when we do this. Pull the toes back, giving yourself a little stability here on the sides and pointing the toes forward, pulling them back. And just noticing how that changes, how the legs feel, where the energy is moving through the legs. A couple more times, wiggle the toes. I love seeing your feet. And then circles on the ankles. You know how I feel about my feet. I love my feet. All right, excellent. Let's get up nice tall. Find those sits bones. Sometimes it helps to move a little bit of that extra padding, which is so lovely and wonderful. Find those sits bones. Arms out to the side. Big inhale. Gentle look up. Remember to open the heart. Roll those shoulder blades back. Exhale, forward fold. Now doing this right off the bat is going to be a little challenging. So maybe bend the knees a little bit. That's fine. No worries there. Really good taking care. If that makes it better, then bend the knees a little. Tuck the chin, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, and then if the knees are bent, see if you can let them just drop down towards the earth a little bit more. Big inhale. It gets better by pulling the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening through the spine, long and strong. Find those sits bones. Exhale, come on down. Now, come back to that magic question. How's it get better than this? Man, if this feels intense enough, stay here for a few breaths. If you've got some room, you want to see how does it get stretchier than this? Walk the hands out towards the ankles just a little bit more. Take that big inhale. Create space from the inside. Lengthen through the shoulders. Exhale, come on down. Beautiful. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Energy coming into the heels even. Excellent. Let's take one more breath here. See if you can straighten those knees just a little bit more or not, and maybe direct some energy through the heels. Look at all the space you've made in just this little bit of time. Great. Inhale. And exhale. Great, beautiful. As you come up, bring your feet with you. Soles of the feet are going to come together and we'll come to this butterfly wing shape. I did this with the 3-year-old bunnies at the Y yesterday, and we listened to a song and we flapped our butterfly wings. It was really fun. It was so cute. My favorite part. Don't tell my boss how much fun I have. Oh, wait, she's here. Oh my goodness. All right, nice and tall. I'm telling you, this magic question gets me in a mood. Go ahead and release those knees down to the earth. Remember, it's just yoga. We can't get too serious. Holding on to your feet. Maybe even, it's kind of fun. I did this the other day, is if you can get your hands down and put your fingers in between your toes and spread out your toes a little bit. Gail, I wonder how that'll feel on your foot. Take care, but see how that feels to put the fingers in between the toes. Kind of nice. Open that up. And we're gonna do the same thing and bring ourselves here. Now, find those sits bones and just sort of let the earth help you pull those knees down. So your knees might be up here. That's totally fine. Over time, they'll get down there. And if your elbows are kind of into your shins or into the inner side of your thighs, you can go ahead and use those elbows to sort of gently press them down. So that would be the other side of that magic question, right? Can I get this a little bit more? Do I want to? That's the first question. Inhale and exhale. You know what to do here. Go ahead and check in with yourself. See where you want to go with this. Breathe. Fill up the lungs with gratitude. Feel the question, the beautiful gratitude, and exhale it out. Come down a little more. Press those knees down if you'd like. Lengthen through the spine. And another breath, one more time. Bring it down. Oh, yeah. Excellent job. Tuck the chin, round the spine, and come on up nice and slow. And we're going to take this right leg and bring it out to the side, and then tuck the left foot right into, Olive must have scratched me. All right. We're going to take the shoulders and turn towards that right leg. So still feel both of those sits bones, and the left knee is done, you're sort of pressing it down. Arms are going to come out, big inhale up. And we're going to exhale over towards that right leg. Now, shoulders are square towards the foot. We'll open up in a moment, but right now we're going to keep it this way and find those sits bones. And you might have to straighten up a little bit and press back to make sure that you've got a good connection with the mat there. Lengthen through the spine, pull the shoulders back. See if you can drop that left shoulder down a little bit to square it up even more. I know, lots of sensation here. Feel free to bend that right knee if needs be. If you're nice and flat and you want to get even deeper into this, how does it get better? Go ahead and pull, or deeper, pull those right toes back. Inhale, lengthen, just like we've been doing. Exhale, fold. Find the stretchy, spicy feeling. Find some gratitude for it. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, drop down just a little bit more towards that. Oh, beautiful. Stay here for one more breath. I know there's lots of sensation. I feel it too. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Imagine you're growing your spine. Exhale, fold. All right, now reach that right arm out towards the right ankle. And we're going to take that left arm like you were pulling the bow on a bow and arrow. Great. And open up. Beautiful job. Look over towards your left thumb. Big twist here. Press that left knee down. Stay nice and open. Now, your left hand, I want you to bring your attention to that left hand. Turn the left thumb down and bend your elbow so that you're bringing your left hand behind you, and see if you can reach your left hand towards your right hip crease. So we're pulling that shoulder open. Big sensation here. Press energy through that right heel. Woo! Great job. You got it. Take a breath here. Open up the shoulders. Feel that stretch increase. Just got better. Exhale, bring that left arm back up and back over to where we started. Woo! Beautiful job. All right, come on up. Straighten the legs out. Hands behind you for just a moment and just check in. Close the eyes if you'd like. And notice the difference from your right side to your left side. Maybe there's no difference, and that's totally fine. But maybe you feel a difference, and just notice it. Take a breath, check back in with yourself. Open the shoulders right where we started. Draw the shoulder blades back, look up, lengthen the spine, let it curl. And exhale, chin to chest. Curl the spine towards the back, walk yourself up. Great. We'll take that left leg out to the side and bring that right foot in. And you know what we're going to do over here. So take the shoulders right towards that left foot. Now, legs are different from side to side. So now I've got this right knee sort of popping up a little bit. So I'm going to focus a little bit of my intention, right? That other side of the coin. I'm pressing that knee down as I turn my shoulders towards the left foot. That right knee wants to come with me, but I'm going to say, no, you stay there. We're going to work on that a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Nice and long. Drop those shoulders back and down. Feel the energy coursing through the fingers. Exhale towards that left foot. Whew, we're going to land, and then we're going to find those sits bones again and see if we can square up the shoulders. Notice where there's a little resistance and mindfully decide, can I just be grateful and stay there where that is, or do I want to push it a little bit and maybe drop that right shoulder, square it off? Notice the stretch in the upper back. Inhale, tuck the chin, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Maybe walk those hands out a little further towards the ankle. Inhale, filled with gratitude for what your body is doing today. For that sunshine again. Dropping that right shoulder. Reaching down as you exhale. Maybe pressing some energy through that left heel. All of these ways that we can push in, lean into the posture, or lean out. Sometimes the leaning out is the making it better, right? So it's different for each side, each day, each person. Oh my goodness, if we could all learn that, right? We get there. That's the practice. One more breath here. Giving that low back time to stretch, strengthen, lengthen. Anchoring the left hand to that left elbow. Energizing this right hand and pulling that string back like an archer. Woo! Beautiful. Get there to that big extension. Press that right knee down if it's trying to pop up. Oh, feel that beautiful stretch through the right side body. Look up at that right thumb if you can, or at least towards it. And then inhale, big expression. Pull that right arm back and then turn the right thumbs down. Bend the elbow and the shoulder. Bring that right arm behind, reaching for that left hip crease. Almost see my fingers there. Roll that right shoulder back. Woo! Big stretch in the right side of the back. Great job. Big inhale. Exhale. The inhale, we're going to bring that arm back up. Exhale it back over. Notice that beautiful sense of rotation in the torso and walk it up. Great. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's roll over onto our tabletop. Woo, love this one. Spread those fingers out nice and wide and go ahead and take your cat and cow at your pace. We do this pretty much every time, so you know what you're doing. No newbies here today. So press into the fingertips and the toenails. Take some of the pressure off of the knees and shoulders and elbows. You can inhale to cat or cow, exhale to cat or cow, really not a big deal. But when you get to your Halloween cat the next time, hang out here for a moment. We're going to take a few breaths and maybe move around, wiggle around a little bit in that shape. See how it changes as you move around a little bit, and then slowly wiggle it down to a flat back. Maybe walk forward a little bit on your mat so you've got plenty of space behind you, my friends. And we're going to stretch those calves. Now, Gail, with your foot, I want you to be super careful of this. We haven't done this one in a little while. Roll those left toes under and stretch that right foot, that left foot back, whichever one it was that we just turned the toes on. I think it was the left. And press back through the heel. So whichever one you chose. How can I forget so quickly? I don't know. All right, and then roll over the toes and back. Just back and forth a little bit. Wake up those feet. Maybe crack the toes a little bit. But make sure it feels good. Make sure you stay on the side of gratitude. And press. Now hold that stretch a little bit. Feel the strength in the quad around the knee. And then bring that foot back in. And let's roll the other toes over and stretch them back. Same thing. Press through the heel. Nice big inhale. Feel that beautiful energy from the top of your head through your shoulders. Press into the fingertips to protect the wrist. And let's just roll that foot out a little bit. Great. And then bring that leg back in. Maybe make a little bit more room between the hands and knees. Roll both toes under, fingers nice and wide, and come on up to downward facing dog. So with all of that beautiful stretching in the legs, this is going to feel different than when you come to dog sort of, or down dog sort of cold. Notice that you can press the heels down maybe a little bit more than other times. And we'll stay here for a moment. Press into those fingertips if the wrists start to bother you. And let's explore the magic question here in downward facing dog. So let's start with some gratitude for wherever you landed in this beautiful shape. Let the head hang. Maybe shake it yes. Maybe shake it no. Now the magic question is going to tell us that to make it better, you might want to come down and rest in child's pose. Brilliant. Go right ahead. That is where we're going with this, is wherever you need to be to make it filled with gratitude and filled with intention. But you might want to see if you can make it a little bit of a bigger expression by pressing the chest, the heart space towards the thighs. Rotate the biceps inward, open the shoulders and the underarms. Take a big inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. I know we're building strength in the shoulders here. Take a break whenever you need to. In the spirit of gratitude and intention, inhale. All right, if you want to take this a little spicier, just for a moment, bring your weight onto the left foot and raise the right foot up long behind you. Woo! Press energy through that right foot. Great job. And then bring it back down. Come down to your knees. And we'll rest in child's pose before we go to the other side. Lots of energy coursing through the body right now. Woo! 3 breaths here in child's pose. Press the sits bones towards the heels. Go ahead and roll your forehead side to side if you'd like.
Wiggle the fingers, roll your wrists around. Woo! And after your third breath, come on up back to this sort of extended table a little bit. Roll the toes under and back to downward facing dog we go. All right. Whew. Remember, all sorts of options here. Coming back down onto the knees is always one of them. This time, let's pedal the dog a little bit. So we're gonna bend the knees, alternate pressing the heels down, and you can really get this bigger if you want to. A little more intention, sort of moving the torso side to side. Up to you. How do you make this your best shape today? And then coming to stillness, finding as much stability, rolling those biceps inward, bringing the weight onto the right foot, lifting that left foot up long behind you, that whole left leg. Great job. Square the hips off a little bit if you can. Hold it for one more breath. And bring it back down. Woo! Down to the knees and child's pose again. Gratitude for all that strength in the back. Press the sits bones onto the heels. And take a break. One more big breath here. Inhale back to your table. Roll the toes under one more time. Come to downward facing dog. This is going to bring us standing. So think about how you want to do this for just a moment. And you either, so this is where we go to the magic question, which one's going to be better for you? You can look to your hands and start walking your feet towards your hands, bending your knees, or you can look to your feet, bend your knees, and start walking toward your feet. Totally up to you. Whichever way you'd like to go. When you get to that forward fold, hang on to it for a moment and let your weight come to the back of the feet, to the heels. Go ahead and bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair and bring your torso up, hands to your heart. And we're in really deep chair pose here. Woo! Pull the belly button in towards the spine so that you're protecting the low back. Hands to the heart. Pick up your toes. Ooh, building strength in the thighs. Beautiful, beautiful. If you want to, bring the arms up overhead, pull arm bones back. Lots of strength here, my friends. Do what feels right. You can always come out of it by standing up slowly. All right, beautiful job. Take a breath here if you're with me in this deep chair pose, legs shaking. And then fold it over. Straighten the legs the best you can. Tuck the chin. Round the back and slowly start to stand up. Stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. So finally, the head comes up. We're nice and tall. All right. Now pull this back. How's everybody feeling? Energetic? Awesome. That was a lot. That was great. All right. Let's come onto our mat the long way, the way that I am. And we're going to take a big step to the left and a big step to the right. Nice and wide. Beautiful. Big inhale, arms up. We're going to exhale, bring the arms right through the center. Bend the knees. Come to a wide leg forward fold. Knees bent. And then if you want to straighten them, go ahead, you can. If you want to take a little bit wider stance, that's up to you. We're going to inhale, come to a flat back, fingertips to the mat if you like. Exhale, fold. Make this your shape, whatever feels good for you. If you want to take a break for a moment and grab blocks, you can. We won't need them for too long, but you can always have those available. We're just going to walk our hands over to the left foot, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's in front of the foot, maybe it's to the outside of the foot, and just let the head hang working on balance here. So come to your core, pull the belly button towards the spine. Go ahead and let the feet sort of shake front to back. It's okay. You're developing a sense of balance here. Gratitude and intention. Woohoo, who knew? And now walk it over to the other side. Just breathe naturally. Ooh, great. Feel that stretch. Nice job. Roll to the outside of the feet a little bit, keeping the weight in the back of the heels. Big inhale and exhale here. Stretch it out. Beautiful. And then walk it back to the center. And see if you can walk your hands to the back of your mat a little bit, sort of behind the heels. You're not reaching to the heels, just walking your hands behind you, under your bottom. I know legs are shaking, feet are shaking. Take a break when you need to. Come on back, hands towards the front of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale it down again. Now toe heel the feet towards each other just a little bit so that you feel comfortable. Bend the knees again. Bring your hands to your legs and walk yourself up. Tuck the chin. Great job. All right. Walk those feet out a little bit further so you have this nice big stance. Toes are pointed towards the corners of the mat. Feel your tailbone sort of behind your knees a little bit. So you're sort of tucked a little bit. Not a huge tuck. We still want that nice natural curve in the back. But if we're too curved, you feel a little unbalanced, like you're coming forward, right? So up, nice and tall, little bend in the knees. Arms are going to come up to shoulder height. Bend the elbows. Bend the knees a little bit, sitting down as if you had a tail that was going straight down into the mat. Here we are in Goddess. Woo! Roll the knees open so that your weight is towards the back or the back edges of the foot. Woo! Lots of strength here. Okay. Big inhale. Exhale, straighten everything out. Good job. Inhale. Exhale. Building strength. You've got 5 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Great job. Arms come down, toe heel, those feet together. Ah, good. Excellent. All right. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to come to palm tree. Arms are going to come up. Interlace the fingers with the pointer fingers pointing up overhead. Get nice and tall. Press into the heel. Squeeze your head with your biceps. Inhale, root down to rise up. So that means press into the feet, heels and balls of feet, just not the toes, maybe even lift the toes up. Great. Feel that energy going straight up through the pointer fingers. Exhale, just land here. Feel strength being built in the arms. One more big inhale to rise up. Exhale, bend on over toward the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. And try to balance the weight in the feet. That's going to be interesting. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Keep bringing yourself to the feet, seeing if you can, as we sway side to side here, bring balanced sensation to the feet. Gratitude and intention, 2 sides of the magic question. Inhale and exhale, lengthen. Up and over. Whew. One more time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the left. Let's stay here for a breath. So find balance in the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale a little bit further. Great job. Inhale it up. Exhale over to the right. We'll stay here for a breath. Inhale, lengthen. Balance the feet. Exhale a little bit further. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hands through the heart. Bend the knees and fold it over. Whew, beautiful job. Awesome. Just stay in this hang for just a moment. One more breath here. Bring the weight to the back of the feet. Lift the toes. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to your legs if you can. Tuck the chin. Roll up. Nice and thoughtful. Stack the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Head comes up last. And roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Give yourself a little massage on the upper back by rolling the shoulders. Great job. And then we're going to bring ourselves back down onto the mat, right on your back. And a few little twists to end our practice. So knees bent, find your spine. Ooh, wiggle around on the spine. Give it a little massage. Put one knee in and then the other. Give yourself a little hug. Now you can overdo it with this one. You can be like, oh, that feels so good. I have so much gratitude. I'm going to bring some intention and really pull my knees in. But be very thoughtful of the low back. Feel how it's feeling. Notice if there's stretchiness, and maybe instead just roll side to side. This is an option to massage that low back, but be gentle and thoughtful at the same time. Beautiful. All right, little bit of ab work before we're done. Come to stillness. Find your spine on the mat and just see if you can feel every vertebrae from the center of your shoulder blades all the way to the tailbone. If you're looking up behind you, go ahead and tuck the chin. Feel how that lengthens the back of the neck. And then straighten the legs up. And notice how your core turns on. If you can bring your arms to the side and pull the toes down, strengthening those low transverse abdominals, but it might feel better, might get better than this by giving yourself a little support with your hands. Totally up to you. Whichever way you choose, make sure that the entire spine is glued, connected, attracted, magnetized to the mat. And we're going to inhale by opening the legs, separating the legs as far as is comfortable and as far as you can keep that spine magnet glued to the mat. Exhale, feet come together. 5 of these. Here we go. Flatten that back. Nice and slow. 3 more. Tuck that chin, long spine. Two more. Shaking. Take a break whenever you need to and hug those knees in. Last one. Bend the knees. Hug. Woo! Feel those abdominals. Yes, I do. Why is my battery running low? I have you plugged in. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. All right. Hug those knees. Why is this not working? Oh boy. Guys, if I suddenly disappear, it's because my computer died. I don't know why. It's having some troubles lately. There we go. I think it's still on. Oh dear. Okay, it's plugged in. Phew. Okay. All right. Arms out to the side And let your knees just gently roll over to one side, whichever one you picked, doesn't matter. And then settle both of the shoulder blades nice and flat on your mat. So if your knees rolled over to the left, then your right leg's on top. You can reach down with that left arm and pull that right leg up. If you went over to the other side, then do the opposite. So whichever leg's on top, you can reach down with that arm and pull that leg up and over just a little bit. The way to make sure that you stay within the boundaries of what's safe is to make sure that the opposite shoulder, so the shoulder that is opposite the way your legs went, is still on the mat. So if it's coming up, you want to try to settle that shoulder down. And if you need to, release the legs and let them lengthen out a little bit or pull over a little bit so that you can get that shoulder back onto the mat. Now let's use our breath here, our breath of gratitude, to create some space. Bring a smile onto your beautiful, lovely, gorgeous face. Big inhale into the chest. Filled with gratitude, let it shine through your ribs. Exhale it out to the whole wide world. One more breath here. Let go of that top leg. Let the exhale bring the knees in, close and back to the center and over to the other side. I love these twists. It's such a beautiful way to finish our practice. Settle in, release any clenching. Check the shoulders before you reach down for that leg if you like. Remember, sometimes it gets better by leaning out a little bit, creating a little space from the intense sensation. Breathe. It's always up to you to find the balance. Big inhale filled with gratitude, shining and swirling through your ribs. Exhale. One more big inhale. Use the exhale to release the leg, pull those knees in nice and close. And find your Shavasana. So either a nice long body, or maybe you want to curl up, or make any last movements that feel good. And just settle down, settle in. And I'm going to play our little song for us.
Every single second, I get to choose the story I'm telling, the words that I use. I follow what feels good, that raises my vibe, trusting my soul as my number one guide. I embrace and embody all that I am, human and messy and part of God's plan. And I ask the magic question: how does it get any better than this? 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 I am creating the world that I see. Everything is a reflection of me. I speak energy fluently, I am aware. I know what my dreams are and how to get there. I am the author, I'm scripting my life, creating magic and wonder, one word at a time. And I ask the magic question: how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better? better than this? How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Oh, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Every single second I get to choose the story I'm telling, the words that I use. I follow what feels good, that raises my vibe, trusting my soul as my number one guide.
So maybe take another breath or two. Feel the energy in your body. Notice and wiggle fingers and toes. When you're ready, pull your knees up and come back up to a comfortable seated position. Find a nice seat, and we are going to try the breath of joy seated. Yes? That's how we'll finish our practice. So we're going to go up, out, all the way up, and then forward fold. So find your sits bones, whichever way you like to do that. This is easier for me. Here we go. So we're going to inhale, inhale, inhale. Good job. 3 of those. Let's go. One more. Have a great day, guys.
All right. Thanks,
Have a good
Herbert.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Gail, I'll see you shortly. Oh, and tomorrow is meditation. Yay, I hope you can make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try and make it, but we have business business before hours after this.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Gail.
Yeah.
The chamber's killing us. It's killing us.
This is the week it kills us for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, you and I will message, and we got to get together maybe this afternoon.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll see you shortly then.
Sounds good.
Bye, Tracy.